What if I told you the entire future of global power is being decided right now, not by armies, but by two fragile egos? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover why a former top US official says diplomacy is dead, and how a single personality clash could reshape everything from the price of your phone to Kenya's place in the world. The headline is stark: America's post-Trump China strategy. But here's the twist: the strategy might not exist at all. Meet Stephen S. Roach, a former Morgan Stanley Asia chairman. He's sounding the alarm on a terrifying new reality. For decades, diplomacy was the bedrock between the US and China. Think Henry Kissinger and Zhou Enlai in the 1970s, masterfully crafting a Cold War chessboard. Leader-to-leader summits became the template. But that era is over. Roach says the rise of politically constrained, egocentric leaders has made conflict nearly impossible to avoid. Neither side can afford to be seen as weak. Saving face is now more important than solving problems. And here's the part that will blow your mind. The US is currently led by what Roach calls an unstable president. Donald Trump's intrinsic volatility versus Xi Jinping's strategic resolve. That contrast, he argues, plays entirely to China's advantage. This isn't just political theory. It hits home for every Kenyan. When two giants clash, the whole world feels the tremors. You're shilling your trade, your job opportunities, but the escalation gets worse. A new, destructive nationalism is gripping both nations. In the US, it's a bipartisan xenophobia, a fear of China that unites a divided America. The diplomatic agenda reflects this strident bias. In China, despite its one-party system, politics are just as intense. Xi Jinping's power rests on one promise: the Chinese dream, the great renewal of the Chinese nation. But without sustained economic growth, he risks a wave of public and party anger. That growth is now under threat, partly because of this very conflict with the US. It's a dangerous feedback loop. Fragile egos make it explosive. Rhetorical miscues are blown out of proportion. When leaders lack the self-confidence to shrug off criticism, their hair-trigger reactions backfire. And yet, many still cling to the belief that those glitzy leader-to-leader summits hold the key. Roach has a shocking rebuttal. There have been 22 such summits since Nixon met Mao in 1972. Most accomplished almost nothing. Only one, the 1979 meeting between Deng Xiaoping and Jimmy Carter that established formal relations, was truly historic. Two summits between Xi and Trump, they yielded little but photo ops. So what's the impact? We're left in a dangerous limbo. Effective conflict resolution, Roach declares, is a task for the post-Trump era. Some say this is a wake-up call for America to get its house in order. Others argue it reveals China's long game strength. But the biggest unanswered question is this: can the world afford to wait? With diplomacy broken, what fills the vacuum? Tension? Trade wars? Or something worse? The nurses in our earlier story fought for 9 years for justice. Here, two superpowers are locked in a stalemate with no judge in sight. The stakes are global stability. Do you think personality matters more than policy in world affairs? Can Kenya navigate this new Cold War? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more on how global shifts hit home.